What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I'm back for another review of Love and Hip Hop Miami. This is season 6, episode 4, and let's get right into it. So we start this episode off with Trick Daddy's son being celebrated because baby boy has graduated, right? I can't remember if his name is Jalen or Jaden, but Jay. We gonna call him Jay. Jay has graduated. You know, Trick is so happy for his son because that's one thing that Trick wanted his son to do. Make sure that he got a degree. And I think it's also, you know, special because at the end of the day, Trick came from the trenches, okay? Now, we see what Trick Daddy looked like. The man may look good, but I don't know what type of stuff that man was into. If I'm not mistaken, was his daddy like pushing him to like sell dope back in the day? So for Trick to be like, nah, I want my son to do better than me, I respect it. Here's my problem. Why are them twins still around? Because they bring nothing to the show and they ain't got no talent. So Trick Daddy, I don't know what those girls' mama have on you. I don't know what kind of dirt she got. But baby, I feel like you have paid your debt to society with these girls. We don't need them on the show no more. We really don't. Now, moving on from that, because, you know, this is a big old party. We see Hot Topic. Why is she gossiping to Big D about Trina? Girl, nobody cares about Trina being married like that but you. I'm not understanding why you ain't got nothing else to promote, nothing else to do on this show. Like, she out here pulling up the comments on the phone, talking about because, you know, I heard he got a baby mama and all of this stuff. Girl, Big D do not care about Trina and who she's married to like that. Also, Hot Topic, go get you a hobby. Go get you a man. Go get you something to do besides bothering everybody about Trina. Now, moving on from that, we see Trick. He talking about how he was in the hospital and how there's only one woman that he want to get back with, and that's a woman by the name of So Unique. I don't know if that's a stage name, her real name. I don't know, but the name is So Unique. And my question is, how old is So Unique? Because Trick Daddy refuses to date a woman in his age bracket, and I find that to be disgusting. Now, Derek, he showed up to the party, right? He ain't never met Trick Daddy in his life, but he's always wanted to meet him from when he was, you know, back in Miami. So he show up or whatever, and Trick Daddy pissed me off because he gonna sit up there, introduce Derek to the twins when he knows that his son wants to rap. And Trick is like, you know, my son is just going to have to get over it because I know what I'm doing. What exactly are you doing? Because we saw that these girls ain't got no talent. And it's bothering me that Trick Daddy keeps putting his child on the back burner to promote them. Like, it's giving weird. But moving on from that, okay, we see Zoe, okay? She is telling us all the background drama with her and Kelvin. Because, you know, they are just going through it. Girl, we don't care about you with Kelvin at this point. What is going on with that ridiculous, trifling sister that you got? Oh, here she comes. Miss Mamas is on the doorstep. Here comes Bianca. So Zoe is like, listen, you got me in a beef with Shay, and I'm not trying to have beef with nobody. I'm just trying to, you know, put some music out, be cordial with everybody. And also, at the end of the day, why did you lie on this man? So Bianca basically says that she was talking to Fabo, and while, you know, they were talking, she felt like they were getting close. But once he started pulling back, I think they were going to go on a date. Yeah, they were supposed to go on a date, and he started pulling back. He ghosted her. How old is Bianca, y'all? Because Bianca, she moving like a real young girl. But those bags under her eyes give me that she ain't that young. Like, what was the point of all of this? You decided to come on national TV and lie about being with Fabo of all people? Girl, come on now. Then she has the audacity to say that, well, you know, I was pregnant by somebody else. So you had your sister carrying around your pee stick to show to Trina That is crazy. Like, that is some real crazy stuff. So then at the end of this conversation, Zoe is like, I'm glad we talked about this because I was so mad. Zoe, are you mentally okay? Because you should still be mad. Your sister played you. Your sister played you to get camera time on this show, if we want to be honest. Because it's giving your sister don't like you. Because every time you see Shay, now it's going to be an issue. Well, you didn't even have no problems with that girl. But I guess for Zoe, having her family is better than anything because she's been dogged out by her family and wanted to be, accepted by her family for so long. Moving on from that, we see Bobby. He meets up with Trina for lunch. Now, Bobby already got a little attitude because Trina had him at the seafood restaurant. He's like, I don't even like seafood. But she's like, but it's my favorite. I'm like, ugh, Trina's such a brat. So he basically calls her out. It says that she's selfish for that. And the thing is, these two haven't seen each other. Clearly, Bobby is living his life, doing whatever he's doing. And then you have Trina, who has fallen madly in love with this man. And she's basically on an island by herself. So Bobby is like, I had to find out from the internet that you were married. Like, I thought that we were, like, better than that. And I will say this. Trina and Bobby have come a long way. Because y'all remember when Bobby used to come around, Trina used to be so dismissive of that man. And I mean so dismissive. She hated when Bobby came around. Bobby was loud. Bobby was messy. And Trina did not like being around Bobby. Now, over the years, they absolutely made some progress. But I'm not sure if the progress was just for Trina to have somebody to film with. Now that I think about it. Because all last season when she was getting into it with, who was she getting into it with? Flo, I think. Y'all remember that. And Bobby was like right there, had her back. But it kind of makes me wonder, were you only cool with Bobby because he had your back? Or do you actually like Bobby now? I'm just curious, Trina. But moving on from that, what bothered me was Bobby saying he found out on the internet that she was married. And Trina saying, I did too. Girl, you did not find out that you were married on the internet. Like, that was phrased so funny to me. But Bobby basically told her, like, oh, well, have you talked to Hot Topic? Because Van told me that she runs one of those tea pages, like the Shade Room or whatever. And here's the thing, Bobby thinks that she leaked it. Now, Trina's like, no, I haven't talked to her, and she wouldn't do that. She wouldn't leak that type of thing. And the thing is, Hot Topic actually would. Because Hot Topic is not your friend, Trina. I don't know what the hell you did to her, but she's pissed off at you, and she is running around with a vengeance to get you back. Okay? I don't know if she wanted Swerve for herself and you got him or what. But there's definitely an issue there. So when it comes to Trina actually being married, right? According to Trina, she just wanted something for herself. And she wanted to enjoy her marriage with her man. And honestly, coming from that perspective, I do understand Trina is a public figure. And sometimes when you're a public figure, people feel like they're entitled to you and what you have going on in your personal life when they don't. It is kind of weird that she didn't tell her family, though. But, again, I don't know how her family is set up. They may be blabbermouths. Who knows? Bobby, he does end up telling her about the email that he got. And she don't care. She said she don't care about his exes from yesterday or from 100 years ago. Don't mess with my family because you don't want this smoke with me. I said, oh, okay, girl. All right. My question is, though, what if he has kids? Like, if he has kids out there and a baby mama is trying to get in contact with him, does that matter? Or it don't matter if he a deadbeat as long as he in your face? That's the real question, Trina. So at this point, Bobby is washing his hands of the situation. He don't want no drama with Trina. You know, he actually opens up about his relationship with cocaine and alcohol. And I was quite surprised how transparent Bobby was being. But I feel like at some point he was definitely going to have to address this head on, because we all have talked about it on social media. You know what I mean? Like, we have seen his comments and even how he used to be like, it doesn't matter about him partying too hard. But for him to be like, you know what? I realize me drinking alcohol is a gateway for me to do drugs. So I need to stop, partying so hard. Now, Trina agrees that she's going to go to Zoe's album listening party. And I'm kind of surprised. Not because she has beef with Zoe, but because y'all remember Trina used to only want to film scenes with just her and her people. So I said, okay, she must like Zoe a little bit to actually show up for that. Now, we move on to Shay, y'all. Now, she decides to meet with her business partner, right? And they say that the company did over $1 million in sales last year, right? I don't even know what her company is. I know it's called Healthy Hand, but like, is it a sanitizer company? Like, what is the Healthy Hand, y'all? What they do? Nonetheless, Shay opens up about the Fable drama. And basically the business partner is like, listen, girl, you need to figure that out, because unfortunately for you, you keep letting the things going on in your relationship. It's affecting the business, baby. Every time, you got something going on with Fabo, it's things that you're dropping the ball on. So figure that out so we can make this money, okay? Moving on from there, we see Trick Daddy. He meets up with this girl so unique. This man is almost 50, if he ain't 50 already. Why is he meeting up with this girl who looks way younger than him? They sit up here and talk about their relationship and how it went wrong before, because honestly, it sounded like they was both cheating on each other. I said, so y'all really want to be with each other, but y'all keep cheating on each other? Okay. And they're trying to rekindle something. Let me tell y'all something. I hit that fast forward so fast. Once they tried to start talking nasty to each other, I said, oh no. Just keep going. Next scene. The twins were in the studio, y'all. The twins were in the studio wasting Derek's time. They sounded a mess. Out of nowhere, they let him know that one of them is dating Jalen or Jaden or Jay. First of all, how old are you? Because, and I'm not saying that Trick's son is like a child or anything, but if he just graduated from college, he's every bit of what, maybe 22? Somewhere in that range? I know you hoes is over 30. I know that for a fact, okay? Ain't nothing about y'all saying y'all in y'all 20s. Do better, girl. Moving on from there, Shay go see her mama, the only one who consistently supports her, even when Fabo is dragging her mother, okay? Because if I was Shay's mama, baby, she would have to grovel for me to, still be cool with her. Because she has disrespected and dissed her mama way too many times. Like, what's crazy is I really want to go back and watch that episode of, what was that show? Fix My Life. Because it's giving, to me, Shay is the problem, not the mama. Like, I know we have this idea right now where we have to listen to the child in the situation, but it's giving the child be lying. So, I'm going to go back and have to watch that. Nonetheless, Shay apologizes to her mom for everything, but to me, that wasn't enough. Shay basically is saying that, well, I'm keeping Fabo around because of her daughter. No, you're not. You're not even thinking about that daughter. You keep that man around because that's a consistent piece for you. Okay? Stop lying and stop playing. You never think about your daughter in these situations when it comes to Fabo. The reason why I say that is because we've seen you get into it with this man multiple times. Okay? Your daughter is never at the forefront of your thoughts. And why keep him around if he keeps cheating on you? That don't even make sense. So then Shay is like, this man is a demon, and he didn't want to get a job. He didn't want to do nothing. All of this stuff. I said, wait a second, Shay. So you mean to tell me that Fabian isn't working? What is he, an in-home babysitter? Like, I don't understand. Like, are you saying that you're taking care of Fabian? Shay, get it together. So at this point, she's basically telling her mom she's going to drop the baby off to her so she can kick Fabian out the house. Okay, fine. We going to get there. So we see Hot Topic yet again. This time, she's meeting up with Swerve's ex Gladys. Here's the thing. Gladys says that this man used to be a dishwasher when she met him, and she has a baby with him. She couldn't track him down for years, to serve him the papers. And what's crazy to me is that she even knows about the hot dog stand. I said, how does everybody know about this special hot dog stand that Trina frequents? That's a little weird. But the baby mama basically says that she just wants him to help out with the kid. She ain't worried about Trina. She not concerned about what Trina got going on. That ain't her issue. However, this is the thing. She wants Hot Topic to talk to Trina about the situation because she knows that he's just going to deny it. I said, well, baby, you ain't met Trina because Trina going to deny it too. You ain't met her, okay? And because she is gung-ho for her man. Moving on from that, we see Shay and Fabo. They pretend to pack some orders at first. Then they decide to talk. Now, Shay's upset because her man keeps embarrassing her. And then she says that, she doesn't want to cheat her. And now he got an attitude. I'm like, what is this? Because at one point, they kind of separate. They argued, they separated. Then we come back together because I guess the conversation wasn't over. He comes back in the room to apologize to her. But she's like, the trust is gone. And he's like, he trying to make it work. Girl, why are you second guessing this? She's literally second guessing if she want to break up with this man. Bye, Shay. Goodbye. Because if you going to continue to let him dog you out, don't come on our screens whining about it. Just wear that shit with a smile, okay? Now, moving on to the last little scene, y'all, we get to Zoe's album release party. Now, she wasn't even sure if Kelvin was going to show up because they been getting into it that much, right? Bobby, he's hanging out with Gael and Flo because, number one, he don't know nobody else at the party. Number two, these people have made up. They're cool with each other now, okay? So, here comes Hot Topic. She get in there. I'm like, girl, why are you even here? Because I remember when you didn't like Zoe. So, she basically has an issue with him hanging out with Flo and Gael. Like, what's bothering me about Hot Topic is she feels like she's that girl. She feels like she's important to the show. And baby, you are so not important. Like, she gives off the energy that she thinks she like Amara La Negra. Y'all know how Amara is like the queen bee of the show. That's what she trying to give, and nobody cares about Hot Topic. They really don't. Because the fact that she got mad at Bobby for hanging out with these girls, and then got mad all over again because Bobby didn't put Swerve business out there, about the email. I'm like, girl, what is your problem? Like, you're really arguing with Bobby because he's going to let Trina be a full-grown adult and marry whoever she wants to and let her do her thing? Get a grip. Like, I really need Hot Topic to go on somewhere. Now, moving on from that, Trina, she ends up getting on the mic. She says some nice words to Zoe. And I will say this. Zoe got up there and performed. And she sounded so much more confident than when we last saw her perform. Like, she sounded good. So next thing you know, Kelvin, he pops up. He gets on the mic, and baby, he gets on one knee. he decides to propose to Zoe, and I don't know, y'all. It was given that Zoe don't want to marry that man. It was given that Zoe don't like that man, but she said yes because the whole crowd is like, say yes, say yes. We'll see what happens with Zoe and Kelvin. But y'all, that was the episode. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to y'all in my next review. Bye, guys.